Good morning, Knights. It's live from the Academy Park High School television studio. It's Knightline News with newscasters Dolores Evangelista and Chris Ellis, and Kim Lamont with the sports.
Good morning, and welcome to this edition of Knightline News. Today is September 15, 1987, and on this date in 1935, the Nuremberg laws deprived German Jews of their citizenship and made the swastika the official symbol of Nazi Germany. Lunch applications for free and reduced lunch must be returned for each child in the family and sent to Mrs. Kaler. The deadline is September 21st. All freshmen who are interested in becoming a part of the class cabinet should attend a meeting in room 204 tomorrow at 2:15. If you cannot attend, please see Ms. Kelly in room 204 by Thursday, September 17th. The first meeting of the Junior Class Council will be held tomorrow, September 16th at 2:10 p.m. in room 319, Ms. O'Brien's room. All interested students, please attend. Zamsky Studios will be delivering senior portraits on Monday, September 21st from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. All balances are due at this time. Zamsky Studios will be taking makeup portraits also at this time. And now for an Academy Park Sports Update with Kim Lamont.
Despite a tough loss to Marple Newtown yesterday, the JV football team did manage to score in the second half. Mike keeper Russ for 60 yards for a Knight's only touchdown to tie the game at 6-6. Later in the second half, Marple managed to score one more touchdown to win the game 12-6. Aaron Wilson played good defense in the third and fourth quarter along with the rest of the JV defensive squad. 1. Young ladies who would like to participate in the fall intramural program. If you are free between 12:15 and 12:45 and want to play sport 1 or 2 days a week, please see Miss Kelly in room 204 any day this week. Everyone is welcome. However, we are especially interested in our 9th grade girls getting involved. Congratulations to Joe Stratton, Dave Hawks, Dan Hilferty, and Matt Kitts for being nominated to the coaches list of Players of the Week. On the sports calendar for today, we had the varsity hockey team away at Chester and the freshman football team away at Penwood West. All games start at 3:30. We'll be right back with more news after Constitution 200.
In June 1964, Mrs. Ora Cook of Globe, Arizona, received an obscene phone call. She told police the culprit was Gerald Galt, her 15-year-old neighbor. Gerald already was on probation for accompanying a friend who stole money from a woman's wallet. Legally, Gerald was a minor, and his hearing was held in the local juvenile court. There, Gerald wasn't allowed to have a lawyer represent him, and Mrs. Cook failed to appear. Gerald admitted that he had dialed Mrs. Cook's number, but he said a friend had done the talking. The judge sentenced him to a detention home until he turned 21. If Gerald had been just 3 years older, he would have been tried as an adult. Then the toughest sentence he would have faced would be a $50 fine or 2 months in jail. Gerald's parents took his case to the United States Supreme Court. Gerald's lawyers argued that the judge had denied Gerald his rights under the 14th Amendment. This amendment forbids states to deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Due process means following proper legal procedures. The Sixth Amendment says those procedures include the right of an accused person to have a lawyer, to know the charges against him, and to confront their witnesses. Lawyers for the state of Arizona contended that the goal of the juvenile justice system is not to lay blame, but to act as a substitute parent for children brought before it. Gerald, they said, didn't need a lawyer or other protections because the court's goal was not to determine if he was guilty, but to discover how best to help him become a better citizen. Should minors have the same due process rights as adults? In May 1967, the court ruled 8-1 that the 14th Amendment does apply to juveniles. Juvenile offenders have the right to know the charges against them, to have a lawyer represent them, and to confront witnesses. They must be told the right not to testify against themselves.
will be receiving their yearbook information sheets today. Please fill them out and return them quickly. All information sheets should be returned by Friday, September 25th. Remember, if no information sheets are turned in, no write-ups will appear in the yearbook. The first meeting of the nightly newspaper staff will be held today at 2:15 in room 303. Anyone interested in being a news reporter or a typist should attend the meeting. Everyone is welcome. Any student in grades 9 through 12 that is interested in participating in the school play should attend auditions in the auditorium. Auditions will be held on Tuesday and Wednesday, September 15th and 16th at 2:30 p.m. This year's play will be Agatha Christie's Mousetrap. Seniors wishing to serve on the senior cabinet should attend a very important organizational meeting on Tuesday, September 15th at 2:15 in room 107. All cheerleaders are to meet in room 323 at 2:45 p.m. today for practice and a meeting. Now for Dolores Evangelista, Kim Lamont, Dawn Moeller, and the entire Knightline News staff, have a great day and a great night.